I was like, wow. And I actually felt like at the time I've arrived. I was like, come on, you know what I mean? What are you doing? That's just the beginning. Literally, that was literally the beginning, until, now like 2020 or even 2019 when I started to get paid, for campaigns. I go out and people see what I wear. They just, oh, you look good. And that sense of smile that I put on their face, I was in a dark space. Right. But me just even letting somebody laugh for like 30 seconds, he blessed me a lot. And within a short period of time, I just noticed that I'd move on with life and come out of that space. Yeah. And I know a lot of people who would want to start out in fashion, but they don't even know how to get about. They don't even know who to talk to. Yeah. They feel like there is a gate. And I just see there's a wide gap between people in and the people out. Correct. So, which is why I created this, so that people can come on to tell their stories and for others to as well learn and gain some knowledge from it. So I will ask you, in the last 10 years, what has been the challenges you faced, or especially you being here in
the UK?
Yeah, the UK.
I mean, there's so many challenges, but first of all, I just want to qualify that by saying, for every challenge, there's an opportunity, and we shouldn't get bogged down by that challenge, right? Because I'm a Christian, I'm a man of faith, and without that, I'm nothing. So really and truly, with these challenges come an opportunity to actually overcome and surpass these challenges, because God is bigger than everything else. But some of the most acute challenges that I faced, first of all, like I mentioned, is that I came from an IT background. I have no idea about fashion. I knew how to dress well, but nothing else. Or I thought I knew how to dress, but nothing else. You dress well, but nothing else. So it was almost like, who am I to try to influence other people how to dress, right? Mind you, I come from an era where, young men wear streetwear or like tracksuits, hoodies and baggy stuff. And for me, I never really bought into that. So I wanted to come into a space where I feel as if, especially for Black men, that you could wear a suit and feel good about it, like, and you're not being laughed at. Oh, you're going to the court or something. Do you know what I mean? Because when you're from certain areas in London, the minute you wear a suit, people will start to laugh at you. Like, your friends will start laughing at you, thinking, "Are you going to court? Are you in trouble? It's so fit." Do you know what I mean? So I wanted, Black men to feel comfortable with what they're wearing, and for me, suits was my thing. So there was a bit of a challenge there for people to even accept the fact that a Black man can pull off a suit like I did, right? And of course, I wanted to be in the luxury space as well, right? And that's another thing as well. Like I said to you, I've worked with a couple of brands from Savile Row and high-end brands, whether it's perfumes or drinks or all sorts. So it was very hard for a Black person like myself, who did not have the friends to connect me within that luxury fashion space, to actually break through. So it was almost like it's quite difficult, and you're already, people can see from a mile because of obviously your skin color. And I'm not saying that's the case for everyone. But it was a bit difficult for me to break through compared to my white counterpart, who we started off together. And, next thing you see, they're having these big deals and big endorsement to do ads for various brands and things like that. For me, it was a bit of a struggle until the certain points where I think God blessed me, and a lot of these brands start to come along to say, you know what, we want to work with you. And it was a huge blessing. I think those are the two main challenges that I faced, but by God's grace, they're behind me.
First 58, at what point did they start coming in?
So, like I said, I started in 2015, and I remember the first big brand that I worked with. It was on gifting basis as well, and that was Tom Ford perfume. I was elated. I think it was 2016 or 2017. I was like, what? You mean Tom Ford head office in London have seen my work and they're sending me like a whole range of perfumes free of charge? What, are you serious? What's going on here? Like, I was having an out-of-body experience. I was like, wow. And I actually felt like at the time I've arrived. I was like, come on, you know what I mean? What are you doing? That's just the beginning. Literally, that was literally the beginning, until, now like 2020 or even 2019 when I started to get paid, for campaigns, and I'll give up my